Okay, hopefully my hair looks alright. I feel like I kind of look a mess. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have quite an exciting video. I've been waiting quite a while to film this video. Last year I uploaded my first year university experience video and it did pretty well. I think it's on like 24,000 views or something like that, which is like way more than I've ever gotten, and it seemed to be quite useful for a lot of people. So I thought I would film another one, kind of like a second year uni experience slash kind of online university experience, because obviously this year has been very different. So I thought right now was the perfect time to film it. I think it's been almost a year since I uploaded the other one, so hopefully this video will be as useful as the other one seemed to be. I will link somewhere the other video if you want to go watch that. I feel like I'm more talked kind of about starting university and how I found it as a first year and like applying for uni and stuff like that. So if you're looking for that kind of video, then I'll link that somewhere. I literally just finished, well, I'm kind of still like part of the way through watching it myself, and wow, what a change. My hair's so much shorter now. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of make sure I don't kind of say the same things. So I'm not prepared for this video, so hopefully I will cover everything. If you've got any questions, then you can just leave them in the comments and I will try and reply. So if you've not seen that other video, or if you've not seen any other videos on my channel, then I am currently studying at the University of Glasgow in Scotland. I am studying English literature and film and television studies, and then this year my elective was exploring the cosmos and science fundamentals. I'll get into that in a bit. It was a bit of a disaster. But last year I did French as my elective. You can change your electives every year. For my courses I only get to choose electives for the first 2 years. Next year when I go into honours, I won't have an elective and I'll just be studying English and film. I'll talk a bit more about getting into honours and stuff like that later in this video actually, because that could be useful, even though I haven't applied yet, but I feel like I kind of know the process. I feel as though my first year video was pretty negative. I didn't have the best first year, I don't think. So I feel like that video was kind of negative and probably didn't make uni sound that great, but obviously that's not what everyone's going to go through. I also got quite a lot of comments from people who were going to be starting uni this year. So if anyone's watching it that commented on that video, I would be interested to know how you found first year, because it's weird to think that like people were asking me questions last year about uni and now they've gone to uni, because I feel like I don't know anything, but I was trying my best. Okay, so I'm gonna start kind of at the start of last year. Obviously we had, also see if I'm like slumped over, it's because this is gonna be a long video and I'm gonna have to sit around for ages and my back already hurts and we're like 5 minutes in. So start of last year, obviously coronavirus had been going on for a long time. All my exams got cancelled last year, which was great because I was definitely gonna fail French. French was just, it was not good. So it's like a fresh start in September. Then obviously lectures started. For film and TV I had 2 lectures a week, and for English I had 3. For exploring the cosmos I had 1 every single day. On the timetable they were all timetabled in at certain times, but most of them were just posted at the start of the week on Moodle, which is like the uni's online thing, and you kind of just do them whenever, which I actually really liked. I am not very social, so going to lectures, going to like tutorials are not, I don't enjoy them. I don't mind lectures, but tutorials, I hate tutorials. So me not having to leave the flat and go into uni was pretty good, to be honest. Obviously this whole year has been pretty rubbish, but in terms of like actual uni, I didn't mind not having to go in. So we had seminars every week for film and TV in English, and they were on Zoom. They were live classes, so obviously everyone was on at the same time, from like your seminar group. They actually weren't that bad. As I said, I don't really like those kind of things. I don't really like having to talk in front of people, so I didn't enjoy them, but I think that they were better than seminars in person, at least for me. I will say it was really hard, not at the start. At the start I was like quite motivated to do my work, like I was doing it all from home. I feel like I had it all like it was all on my schedule kind of. But then obviously after a while, as expected, I just stopped doing stuff and had literally no motivation to do anything. Okay, I kind of feel like I'm starting to ramble. I don't really know what I'm saying. But yeah, for the actual classes, I didn't find them that bad. I did definitely lose motivation, but I liked not having to leave the flat and I could stay in my bed to do everything. Obviously, kind of like clubs and stuff like that were a lot different this year. I mentioned it, I think, in my video last year that I wanted to join a club this year because I hadn't really made really many friends last year, and I felt as though joining a club would be good for that, but I did not join any clubs this year. I went to a couple of the cycling club event kind of things. At the start of the first semester, they had like spin classes that they were doing that Danny was actually the coach for, so I went to a couple of those because I just wanted to see Danny being the coach for the cycling club. So that was fun, I enjoyed going to that. But then obviously the gym got shut, so those stopped pretty quickly. But apart from that, there were no socials this year at all. I presume some clubs were having online socials, but the cycling club didn't, and that's like the only really experience I've got. They did have one quiz. Danny was social sec this year, which was kind of a shame because he didn't really get to do much, but he did have one quiz, which was, it was only like maybe like a month ago now, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed that, so that was great fun. But yeah, obviously not much was really going on with like clubs and societies, but I'm sure a lot of them were doing stuff online, but I just didn't attempt to join any, to be honest. Also, I forgot to mention about classes was I also found it actually more difficult to get everything done. The lectures all seem to be a lot longer, and obviously when you're listening to a recording, I feel like you spend more time trying to like take down all the notes and stuff like that, whereas if you're in an actual lecture, you just have to take down all like the really important stuff. So I will say that at the start I was really struggling to get everything done because lectures that were meant to only be like 50 minutes were taking me like 2 hours to write down all the stuff. But gradually I got kind of better at that and just writing down the stuff that I definitely needed. I definitely think this year was a lot more, I don't really know how to describe it, I didn't feel the need to like not have friends, but like last year I feel as though going to uni there was like a big pressure to like make tons of friends, and because I didn't, I was kind of like, oh my god, like I'm wasting uni, I've got no like or hardly any uni friends. But this year, you know, I just didn't feel that way at all really. I was like, there's obviously not much of a chance to like socialize with people, which I'm sure a lot of people experienced as well. So if you have joined uni and you're in the same boat as me and you didn't really make any friends, then don't feel bad about it because I didn't really make any friends last year either. But yeah, what else should I talk about? Okay, I feel like my camera's gonna run out of charge, so hopefully this won't take that much longer, but I'm gonna talk about a situation that happened to me that I was not very happy about. The uni they were more understanding, I'd say, this year. Like, it was really easy to get extensions. I got an extension for one of my essays, just because I was having like a hard time, and I kind of explained that to them and they gave me an extension. So it was pretty easy to get extensions. Everyone that I know that asked for an extension got one. So I want to say that the uni was super understanding about everything happening right now. Obviously at the start of first semester I had coronavirus, and I emailed like my tutors and stuff like that, and they were really nice about me not being able to go to like the seminars or going and like them knowing that I wouldn't have done the work. So that was good. However, I did have an experience this semester which was a misunderstanding, but also I feel as though I should talk about it because I was like not upset about it, but it was just very much like, whoa, like I feel like this shouldn't have happened. Basically this semester, as I've already mentioned, I'm not going to go into much depth, but like obviously with everything going on, a lot of people have had like worse mental health. So I missed a couple seminars, and usually when you miss a seminar you're meant to email your tutor, and there were a couple instances where I didn't. Not many, only a few. And I received an email from Film and TV, don't know who the person was who sent it, but someone from Film and TV, basically being like, you haven't been to 5 seminars, can you give us a good explanation for this, and we might think about like dropping the 5 absences or something like that. bear in mind this was in week 5, so that would have meant I had never been to one seminar, which was not true. So I was like, what? So I got this email, but like I was quite upset about it because it was a very like harsh email. I'd like been having a pretty rough couple of weeks. I had missed, like, I think I missed 2 seminars. I had definitely not missed 5. That would have meant I hadn't been to any in the whole semester, which wasn't true. I'd definitely been to them. And I was like, what? Like, it was, but also I was thinking, I was like, there could be someone in a way worse situation than me who received this like nasty email. Like, I don't know, I just gave me bad vibes. I was like, I'm not happy about this at all. So I emailed back and was like, I have been to those seminars. I might have missed 2, but I don't know. I wasn't going to talk about that experience because then I was like, it doesn't make the like look kind of bad, but also it was kind of bad, I feel as though, because I mean, in my situation, obviously, like, it wasn't actually true, but then there could have been someone who was having like a really, really rough time, and then they get this like angry email. I don't know, maybe it's understandable. I don't know. People probably have different opinions on that, but to me, I didn't think it was very fair, especially because it wasn't even true for me. But apart from that, I feel like the uni have been pretty good. I don't really have much experience with it, but there was like resources on some of my like Moodle pages. It was like the top one, it was like mental health resources, or like resources to get like help for different things. So they did seem to be pretty understanding, and like when I applied obviously for the extension, they gave me it straight away. So they did seem quite good in that part, except that one bad experience I had. For the actual assessments, I feel like I'm kind of all over the place in this video, but for English and film and TV, I have only had essays as assessments. I did have a group presentation for film and TV, which I don't really know why they gave us a group presentation when we couldn't meet up for a group. It was a bit of a mess, but that wasn't graded, thankfully, so that was fine. But I've just had essays. For my final like exams, I just have essays for film and TV and for English that are due in a couple of weeks. Really need to get on those. For Exploring the Cosmos, which was my elective in first semester, I had like mini test every kind of 2 weeks ish for it, just like an online Moodle multiple choice test, and then I had that for the final exam in December. It was just like a 2-hour multiple choice kind of quiz. I think there was like an essay question at the end, but it wasn't that bad. And again, it was kind of good not having to like go and sit in an exam hall and stuff like that. But I haven't really had much experience of that at uni. I've only ever been to one like in-person exam, except for like French, but theirs was like kind of different. Second semester, however, for my elective, I somehow chose the wrong course. I was meant to take Exploring the Cosmos. I did Exploring the Cosmos 1X in first semester because it was a first year course, but you can take those in second year. And then second semester I was meant to take Exploring the Cosmos 1Y, but I accidentally took Science Fundamentals 1Y. Don't know how I managed that, literally have no idea. Didn't even realise that I had done that until my sister told me, and I was like, oh dear, I have made an error here. And it was, well, it still is because I'm still doing the course. It's been a bit of a disaster. It's all about like science stuff. It's like maths, physics. What's it like? Maths, physics, chemistry, statistics. What? Which are obviously not my areas of expertise. So it's been a disaster. The final, there is a final exam for it, thankfully not in person, but I think it's like multiple choice online. I'm gonna literally have to guess. I've got no idea what's going on. Obviously I'm gonna study a bit, but I don't think that's gonna do anything. So that was pretty bad, but at least I don't have to do the test for those in person because there wouldn't even be any point in me showing up. Oh, should I talk about living experiences? So obviously I was in halls last year, uni accommodation, which I spoke about in the video that I filmed last year, so I won't really go over it again. But this year I have been staying at Danny's flat. Danny's my boyfriend, if you don't know. I've been staying here basically because of the coronavirus rules. I basically had to choose whether or not I wanted to stay here in Glasgow or stay at home, and I chose to stay here in Glasgow with Danny. But we do have a flat that I kind of mentioned in my last vlog. Oh no, my camera's on red. We've got a flat that we're moving into in a couple of weeks, which will be fun, so I'll film all the moving vlogs and stuff like that for that. I'm really excited. For honours, I said I was going to mention that. I haven't applied, but there's been an application you have to get a certain grade, which changes from each subject, and to be honest, I don't know what it is that you have to maintain throughout the year to be able to get into honours. I don't even know. I should probably look at that. I feel like I've just kind of presumed that I'm getting into honours, but I don't actually know what the requirement is. So yeah, if you're wondering about that, then definitely just look at your course, because they'll tell you, because I have no idea. But yeah, there's like an application for that I just have to fill in, saying if I want to still do joint honours, which I do. I want to keep doing English and film and TV, and at some point during the summer I'll be able to choose my courses for next year, which I will sure talk about this time next year when I'm filming my 3rd year university experience. So I think that's everything I'm going to talk about. My camera's flashing, so I kind of want to just end this now, but I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that this was useful. Comment below any questions you've got, or if they're like more kind of serious questions, then you could email the uni or like admissions or something like that. But I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully this wasn't too much of a mess. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. This is probably really long, so if you stop crying, then thank you, appreciate it.